Hopefully the ed puzzle yesterday reminded you of proportions. Yeah? All right, setting up proportions, units, right? Yeah. Equals, lines, That's what I heard all third period. Okay, so finding the percent of a value. I'm going to have a pretty straightforward strategy for this. So the first one we're going to do is find 23% of 82. So remember in both videos, they talked about how important it is to keep the different units of measure lined up correctly, right? So because we're just doing percents, we're going to call this the part and the whole. Those are going to be our units. Equals. And then our numerator will also be the part, and our denominator will represent the whole value. So if 23 is the percent, what would be the whole value? 23, 100.
200.
So then we're trying to find the part of 82, so that's going to be my variable. No. And then our whole value was 82.
No, it's not the part size. That's what I heard. Are you
need to clean out your ears a little bit? Got a little water in there?
Stop.
Practice?
I actually have some routine.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do our cross multiplying like they showed in the video. So third period, a student pointed out that when you do this cross multiplying, it looks like two Band-Aids. And now I can't not see it.
It's called no, it doesn't. It looks like a
gingerbread person without a head.
Yeah, that is not two Band-Aids.
What?
It's a butterfly.
Can I ask who said it? Was it Jack?
It was not Jack.
Was it Garrett?
I'm not going to tell you who it was.
Was it Aiden?
No, tell us.
Right now.
Nope, I don't.
It looks like a gingerbread person without a head.
But just know that for the rest of my life, I will be haunted by the fact that now all I see is two Band-Aids.
How do you see
Or two
Band-Aids?
airplanes.
So like, this was a Band-Aid, and then this is the part where you put it on your cut,
No.
right?
Good job.
So I'm gonna get 100x equals 1,886. Just trust me, that's 23 times 82,
That's a big number.
right? And then, no, I did not. I have it written down.
Oh.
Nope.
Cheater.
That was
Nope.
cheating. That's what you already
You're
did.
cheating.
I do the same notes for every class, right?
Cheater. No, you don't. You don't do the same notes for your
Well,
algebra class.
right, but I redo the notes for every class because I strongly believe that there's something to be gained from you guys watching me do it than me just putting it in front of you and going, here you go, there's the notes. Like,
That's pretty easy. I like when you do that.
Okay, I sure am.
Yeah, sharpen my pencil.
Yeah,
Divide
good.
by 100.
I ran out of
What?
I had a leg.
X is going to equal 18.86. Ta-da. Ta-da. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Did it work, Brody?
Okay, so let's do another one.
Yes.
We're going to find 4% of the number 91. So it's going to go over 100 because it's still, so any percentage is out of a possible 100. This is Mrs. Marsh. Oh, bye-bye. So you get to watch the video later. Have to follow the shenanigans.
You're so lucky.
I'm gonna watch the video anyway. It's gonna be really.
It's going to be great.
The video.
Okay, so 4% out of 100%. So your percentage will always be out of 100. And then we don't know how much that is out of 91. Right? That's what we're trying to determine.
Yep.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye. She's already going home? She didn't say bye. Wait, she's going home?
Yeah.
Maybe she's coming back, but I won't see her again.
She's fine.
So now I'm going to draw my cross multiplying. Band-Aids.
They're not Band-Aids.
Airplane.
Just like
So I've got 100x will equal,
364.
nice job, thank
I
you.
did that in a calculator, don't worry.
That's
I don't
okay.
have a calculator. I'm not even kidding. I did it in my head.
No, you didn't.
I promise.
Honestly,
I'll put it on my mom. I believe.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she did that in her head.
I'm not kidding. I really did.
I believe you.
She probably spent that whole time figuring out.
I did not know.
She probably did.
Is it like 2 hours trying to figure it out?
We don't have this class for 2 hours, dumb nut.
Yeah.
Okay, so our answer is 3.64 divided by 100. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to check your work on these because in theory, you should always get these correct because there is a way to check and see if you were accurate. So, on your calculator,
Yes! Calculator.
and you guys have the Desmos one, so I will also use the Desmos one, even though it's super tiny on my phone.
Well, I don't
Yes, you just
Well, but if I use it on my iPad, then you guys can't see this, and that's not, like I can't show iPad and this at the same time. So,
That's hard.
so I've got my calculator here.
That's tiny.
Yep,
That's the iPhone 8.
this is the 8. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm seriously considering the 13, but I mean, that's a very big financial investment.
You
So.
know, the 8, I will recommend keeping the 8 because the 8 is the only iPhone that has not had a single.
I know, it's literally the same thing as a 12.
Really? Thank you, Aiden, for that information.
Don't do a 13. 13 is literally the same thing as a 12. It says it has longer battery life, and if it has two cameras,
They
it's
say
the
that
same.
every year.
It's the
Okay.
same thing.
They say
Okay.
that every year, Carmen.
Okay.
They say that every time. It's got a longer
Back to the math. Back to the math.
Oh, darn.
So the way to check your work is to take your answer, 3.64,
0.64.
and divide it by the whole number, so by the 91, and then your
91.
decimal should equal what the percent would have been. That's how you check your work.
That's so cool. Oh, I
Yeah?
just 3.64 times 100.
Magic.
I don't know if that's going to give you the 364, but we're trying to figure out if this in fact is 4%. So I took the number, divided it by the whole, and then I got the decimal equivalent of the percent. Right? You can do it with the other one too. So 18.86 divide by 82, and I should get 0.23.
Whoa.
Right?
Divided by
So you can always check your work there.
82.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next page.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to jump into real world application, which I know you all always want to know.
too hard.
How on earth will we use this? When will we use this? Okay, so
I don't know.
this is when you're going to use it. So we're going to talk about discounts. What is a discount?
When you get money
When you get money off of something.
Yeah.
Discount.
Yeah, when you're saving money, right? So okay, we're moving on. Brody, do you need to come sit over here?
Ready?
Yeah, okay, come on over.
Yeah, Brody.
You all right?
Brody. Brody.
Okay.
Escape.
So we're going to move on. We're moving on. So we're going to talk about discounts or when something is on sale, right? Everybody loves to save money.
Yeah.
I challenged my third period class to come up with a time when they wouldn't want to save money, and they couldn't because that's not a thing. Everybody loves to save money.
When you want to buy something, that's when you don't
You like to
wanna
spend
save
as much as possible.
When it's not your money.
Well,
Yeah, that is true. When it's not your money.
okay.
My money.
You guys are proving why I'm going to have to force my children to get jobs.
It's not my money.
Yeah.
I'm getting a job at
So they can spend their own money.
I have a job.
What's your
I'm getting
job?
a job at Wolfie's.
No, I work in a coffee.
Oh, great.
No, Wolfie's actually pays
No, they don't
closed. I checked both.
They don't
Okay.
That's all right, but you,
Plus, Wolfie's is closer to
you're
my house.
responsible and you make money and you probably spend it very wisely because you worked for it.
I work for my money too, but I don't spend it.
I work.
I'm getting a job now.
I'm not tall enough.
I'm not
tall enough. You see my wallet?
I really was.
Once I saw my neighbor on his bike. What?
It doesn't even work.
It is come work with me.
Where do you
You'll
work?
get more than you think.
Where?
Maggie. Maggie, I'm working at Boathouse.
Abby, where do you work?
Okay, so
I'm only on
we're going to do some scenarios here. And we're going to use the finding a percent of a number, like what we just did, and we're going to apply that to figuring out a new price of something that is discounted or is on sale, right?
Yep.
So we're going to pretend that there's a pair of shoes that cost $120.
I like shoes.
You get 20% off. Maybe it's a special weekend at the sporting goods store. Maybe you earned a coupon because you spent. Sure. Yep.
I've never gotten anything this dumb in the scale.
Yeah.
I got a dumbbell.
So step one. Find 20% of 120. So we know how to do that because that's what we just did on our first page of notes, finding the percent of a value.
Yeah, just
So
use
we've got
calculator.
part over whole equals
Oh, perfect.
art over whole.
Yeah, not the part.
Hey, let me start my life. I'm sorry.
What? What did you say?
So 20% out of 100, what would be 20% out of 120?
Ready?
Yeah, Brody.
No pulling the short.
Shut up, Brody.
Nobody can say it's 24.
So you end up with 100x equals 2,400.
I feel like that cost a little more than before.
But then you remember you have to divide by 100.
Yeah, silly.
X equals 24. And this represents our discount.
What a sale. Woo, big sale. For reals, man.
You mean it's only $24?
No.
Whoa!
my God.
That's how much we're going to save. So step
Oh.
2.
And you get 20% off and it costs $24. Yep. I thought it was $24 too.
You guys are pretty slow.
We're going to subtract the discount from the original price.
You subtract 128.
Yep, so we're going to take this discount and subtract it from the original price of the shoes. So it's going to be 120 minus 24. We get 96. So the new price is $96.
Yes.
I still got this thing. It's right in front of me. The exact same time.
It's right in front of you.
Does he always do it at 11:50? Yeah. He went at 11:50.
That's funny.
What does he do? 8. Then it's 11:50. Then it's 11:52. And then what's that now? 40. Wait, what?
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to our next example.
Oh, we have more.
Sure do. What now?
Can I go to another page?
I'm going to another page,
How do
yes.
you use up a whole page from one problem?
Does anyone have the favorite button one?
I do.
In your pencil case?
This right here?
I
Are
do.
you using it?
No.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't need to write 15 different colors.
Yes, you
I don't. I could write it in black.
Okay, and?
Black is dark. Lord.
Okay.
That's a purple one.
When she says that, you say.
You said what?
But yell in her face.
Why?
It's not very nice.
No, it's very nice.
Are we gonna go off?
You should have gone for realistic, right?
Is that not real? I don't know how much does a new phone cost now.
No,
It was 1,000.
$13.
This one was.
No, it's 99.
Well, no, $1,000.
What? What?
Mine was like 1,000.
Alright,
Exactly.
It's $999, $1,000.
No, it's $5,000.
What is that?
We're gonna pretend that this is the cost of a new phone that I can't afford, but would pretend to. My gosh, that's crazy.
What?
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
It's like an iPhone 10.
Less than that.
It's like an iPhone X.
So what would be an iPhone 4? $999.
Noah? No.
I wish we could just say that and then magically appear at home.
What's right here?
Ready? The iPhone 4 is probably like $50.
She said it was $5.
I don't think they sell it. It's probably like $50.
You just said it's
They don't.
They couldn't sell it when they came out. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, hopefully we get
That was made like 5 years ago.
No, it was
What?
not.
It was made like 10 years ago.
It was made.
Five?
The iPhone 5.
It's 2021.
That's 6 years. About a movie.
That's what my grandma had until she
Jesus.
dropped it in the toilet.
Okay, so we're gonna try to find out how much would this iPhone 9 cost. Whatever you guys are saying.
There's no such thing as an iPhone 9.
That's not a thing.
Guys, I do not have time in my life to pay attention to the numbers of the iPhones, right?
They just went to 8 or 10.
And
They went from 6.
They're really entertaining.
to 7, 8, 9. You know what? No, you know why they skipped 9? Because 7, 8, 9.
You are so
I know.
You're hilarious.
What did he say?
Yep.
So funny.
I know.
What did he say?
Yeah, what did he say?
I appreciate it.
That's why they skipped the number 9.
Then what did you say?
And because it doesn't
He said
sound
there's no
like iPhone.
iPhone 9 to 7, 8, 9.
See?
That's funny. Wait, is there an iPhone 9?
No.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
I thought that was the XR.
No,
That's
the
what
10.
10.
It's the 10.
X means 10 in like
Roman
numeral Then what?
Maggie said, my girl jumped in the toilet. Probably fell out of her pocket.
Did. She had it in her back pocket.
Oh, I've done that before. I've done that before.
In her back pocket.
And how do you drop it in the
When you pull your pants
My
down, it
grandma,
falls out.
my grandma weighs 90 pounds.
She's
She's so big.
No, you pull your pants
Your
down,
grandma
it falls
weighs
out of your back pocket.
I weigh 100 pounds.
I weigh 90. How?
Now Brody weighs like 60.
89.
Alright,
Alright,
so
so she's a
yeah.
Brody? Yes.
Okay. Any questions about discounts?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Maggie's grandma.
It was I saw last night. Yes.
What?
She's so tiny.
Do we need any more examples of these, or can we move on to
Hold on,
We
wait.
can move
Tip and taxes
Talking
and
about
tips?
grandmas.
Yep, I can hear you.
And how she dropped her phone in the toilet.
I don't know why you guys think I can't hear what you're saying. Like I picked up on the whole conversation.
Yeah, there's
Why
some
are you being so quiet?
Yeah.
We were too quiet.
What?
We were whispering.
Yeah, definitely.
My grandma doesn't know how to work car either.
Wait, where's that?
Maggie's
work a car.
You mad.
Okay,
She's mad.
we're gonna go on to the next page.
Wait, why are we doing the rotate?
Because there's 3 examples and I want them all on the same page.
Okay.
So next page, there we go.
This is the 4th page.
This is gonna be, yep, here we go.
Ah,
So discounts are, help yourself, yep. So, voices off, please. Discounts are when we're subtracting from a total. Sales tax, you would be adding to a total, right? Tipping at a restaurant, right? Gratuity is adding to the total. So we're going to do the same process for those. Sales tax, and we're going to call it gratuity,
what is that?
which is when you tip somebody,
I know you just said.
because the formal word is gratuity.
Yeah, but I'm not. Can I just write tips in instead of gratuity?
Just put it on there. I put both of them, so you'll be fine.
My bubbles are better.
No, they are not. They're not even bubbles. Those aren't even bubbles. They're clouds. Oh.
Yeah, look.
The bubbles. From SpongeBob.
No, I don't understand insurance.
I don't understand how insurance works.
Okay,
Well,
well,
Maggie,
that's a different day. Insurance is a different day. Okay,
I thought you meant gym insurance.
so let's pretend we'll go back to our example of discounts. Our first discount, right, remember, was the shoes, right? So now our shoes cost, remember we just determined it was $96 after our discount.
Yes.
But the sales tax equals 8%. Nope, it's pretty average right now.
Ours is like 6, isn't it?
Nope.
Huh?
It's 24.
What?
Yes.
What?
I would like to say that in Montana they don't have a sales tax. So we went shopping and we saved like $100 because of if you did the same thing here, you would like pay $100 more.
Sorry, how much did you
I'm
say?
going to Montana.
$600.
So probably, I mean, there are some states that they have different, they tax people in other ways, but it's an advantage when you don't live there.
Yeah.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
I went to Texas, my uncle's like,
I'm just gonna go to
so
Montana.
like, there's like a base there, and he doesn't have to do like tax, so we went like shopping.
Brody. Brody. You know, just go to Montana every time we shop.
Like when you put it, like, do you put it in the same place?
Yep. So we're going to try to find 8%. And we're trying to find what is 8% of 96. So we're doing pretty much the exact same thing as discounts, right? The only catch is that I don't subtract this from my new total, I add it. So I'm going to end up with 100x. Let me draw my loops, Band-Aids, loops.
It's not a Band-Aid.
Shut up, you're a Band-Aid.
No, I'm not sticky.
It's an airplane.
Ow.
It's a bird.
768.
What angle?
It's a plane.
What?
Always
What?
at the same angle.
An airplane?
I just seen that.
See?
I'm not dumb.
Yes, you are.
No, you're dumb.
Okay, so then I take this number here. This is the tax. So now I'm going to take $96 plus the 7.68. So the new price.
103.68.
That just kind of feels good now.
Oh, what?
Well, remember the original price was $120, and you would have still had to take 8% of that. So that wasn't even your original price, right? It was still higher than that to begin with. So it's still pretty good savings.
Wait, you can take 8 from 0?
It's
What are you
adding.
doing?
I'm adding. Yep, we're adding because sales tax you add,
Ding dong.
right? It sure would. Yep.
Texas.
Okay, so we'll stop right there for today. We will finish up tomorrow and do some applications.